I want you to land high-paying jobs as soon as possible, but the truth is most managers fail. Not because they lack the skill, but they miss the 6 critical signs I'm going to share with you in this video. The first sign to become a good manager is that you are able to focus only on the outcome and the steps ahead. To illustrate this, I want to tell you something about Paul. Paul is a close friend of mine who complains all the time about his to-dos, his workloads, his colleagues. He also comes from a low-income family like myself and dreams the life of becoming financially free. Who doesn't? So he's motivated, but he channels his energy towards the wrong direction. We started the same year working at the same corporate, and I always told him, bro, your mindset is totally right, you're on the right track, but your execution is just wrong. So what made me level up my career that fast as a manager was that I realized that I need to be a problem solver all the time. You will have to take complex decisions, adapt to work with people who may freak you out in your private life. If you start worrying and thinking about what others do, you might never achieve your own goals. And to be honest, the only reason why you get paid so well is because you solve problems. You know the next steps, you have solutions you come up with. And exactly at this point, others start complaining and start finger pointing left and right. So having problems, challenges, and lots of work is a good thing because it ensures your relevance in the company. In consequence, this means that you need to be good at organizing too. But be aware, people get organizing so wrong. From my point of view, organizing comes with 3 clear points. The first one is taking notes. Second is planning. Third is executing. Let's start with taking notes. Especially young professionals take so many notes in meetings. Whilst you try to talk to them, they focus on their notebooks. Many people do this out of the fear to miss some important point. But at the very least know that if your focus shifts away from the conversation to your notebook, you lose. I compare our focus to a glass of water. If you now try to fill 5 other glasses at once, not one will be full, right? And if you struggle to keep your focus, watch this video right here. So note taking is easy when you set the right rules. My life hack is that one note should not be longer than 6 words. And I take never more than 10 notes in a 1-hour meeting. And the second thing to be good at organizing was to plan tasks. I can say from experience, if your notes are structured, task planning becomes so easy. I personally use a Kanban board for it. If you are looking for a free product, I can recommend the use of Trello. And if you're really interested in how to plan tasks, how to create a timeline, watch this video right here as I'm doing real-world examples. I also show how to develop a Gantt chart, so a timeline step by step. If you have planned everything now, it's time to execute the tasks. And to be honest, as you are on your way to become a manager right now it's important that you start involving other people because they will execute the tasks, not you. So it means if you're good at organizing, you will have to have leadership in you as well. People may follow you, although you are not in the position to assign them tasks, but they will still do what you ask them for. You may notice that all the signs so far go hand in hand. One of my biggest tips to lead without being the boss is to convince people that they are all negative. It's quite common in a company that those type of people are often overlooked, but if you find ways to connect with them and package their input in a truly objective way, you'll start getting others behind you really fast as well. To illustrate this, I want to bring up a recently published model called the humility competence, which states there are 4 types of workers. The first category is the humble staff. Those are highly skilled individuals and totally modest. We all think we are that one, right? Second category is the humble fool. Those are modest but not that skilled. The third category, and that's the group you need to bring behind you, it's called the competent jerk. Those people are highly competent but they lack in humility. They are often dismissive of other ideas and think that their contribution is the best. And they are also the ones who are vocal about everything. Oftentimes they are just disliked, overlooked, although their input is really valuable. By connecting with them, you get first-class information. You just need to package it a little bit different. And if you find yourself then suddenly in meetings and you propose something based on the ideas of the competent jerks, you'll see that they won't interrupt. And that's a massive win. Let's quickly complete the model. It's the 4th category, the incompetent jerk. To be honest, you will have to face a lot of those, but most of the times you can ignore the noise coming from them. If you struggle how to manage stakeholders, I can recommend you to watch this video over here, because most of the times we need to stay in touch with people around us. It's maybe for the fact that we want to influence them, to convince them, or to get our benefit. That's also another sign that shows that you can become a great manager. We will highlight this as networking abilities. Let's be honest here, I hate offensive people. I hate them. They stick their nose into everything. At every event, they want to be the main attraction. They talk the loudest, flex their newest possessions. They're just a pain. A real close friend of mine is exactly the prime example for that. I'm not gonna share your name, brother, but you know I just meant you. Recently, I couldn't resist and asked him, why are you doing all of this? Why are you being so offensive? His answer was, Networking is the key to success, bro. I answered exactly what I'm going to share with you. If you try to outshine people all the time, there will be no light focused at you, as all the eyes will seek something else but you. But it's also a question of character. If you are that person, then totally fine, do what you think you have to do. But to be honest, it's not working out for me, as I'm more kind of an introvert. I like to have a healthy distance to people. The reason for that is that I found being too close will open the doors for weird conversations or weird comments at work. And I don't like that in a professional environment. Trust me, this harms your standing, but this doesn't mean that I don't network. I do it, but with a proper distance. I have a quick chat with everybody. I ask how everything is going, ask maybe a few personal questions here and there, and that's it. If you truly ask yourself, what's the main reason why you want to build up a network? It would be to influence them or get something out of the relationship, right? So this means you don't need to be best friends with everyone. And I want you to guess between two options I will give you right now. The first option is, I as a manager have to decide above people's heads and they must follow. And the second option to pick from is, I as a manager create a consensus amongst my team and then we are going after that goal together. From my experience, to get the most out of the team, you must create a consensus always. So as a manager, you must listen to your stakeholders' thoughts, fears, interests. But fortunately for people like me, most people get this wrong. They think they have to decide above people's heads. And that's how they lose slowly but surely the control over their team. Having total control is also really important for the next sign, which is being able to wind down in personal life. That's an underrated yet very important sign. Winding down secures your well-being, which is absolutely essential. You'll need to have good physical and mental health to handle all the issues, problems and struggles you face every day as a manager. A recent CNBC article shows that being a project manager and program manager comes with the highest pay in regards to mental health. So now I'm going to share with you the hard truths you must accept as a manager. First, you don't get that needed support. This can be because your team members dislike you or your direct managers dislike you, so there will be always people looking for your failure. Second, you don't get recognized for the hard work you're putting in. Third, you get judged by everyone because everyone thinks they can do a better job than you do. Fourth, you stand in the midst of a mess always. And five, limited growth. Many people think that when they are a manager, their career is secured and they will climb the ladder. It's not that easy. Because in the most fields, you have limited growth options. Especially if you work for someone else. That guy will not say, hey, become the CEO of my company. And this brings us to the last, but maybe the most contradictory sign, which is that you thrive in chaos. Remember, you have a job only because there is chaos, because there is problems to solve. And I'm going to be totally honest. You must be a little bit crazy to put yourself in the fire day by day. I can't recommend becoming a manager to anyone, because the right ones will find their way in and the wrong ones will find their way out sooner or later. But be aware, thriving in chaos isn't a talent, it's something you can train. One of the best ways to do that is through smart risk management. If you want to learn how to manage risks like a pro, check out this video over here. I'll walk you through it step by step with real-world examples. No expensive course needed, promised. And if you have feedback or want to share your own signs on how to become a great manager, write me down in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, see you on the next one, bye.